back for another episode of Manny Monday. In case you're not hip to the fact, Manny Monday is an opportunity for me to talk to my family, friends, and express to them just things that are going on in my day-to-day life, moments of epiphany, things that I learned throughout the week. And of course, I usually post that list on my Instagram as long as some reels. My Instagram is right here. I say it's right here, right aquí. Pero I'm also going to post a list in the description with my social media, my contact information, so that you're able to follow along, right? But without further ado, let's get right into it. The title may not align with what I actually talk about. It may not even be in order because I'm just going off the dome because my other phone that I used to read the list off of has died. But without further ado, let's just right into it. So the first order of business is I ain't got no shirt. So I had a really interesting experience on Wednesday. So Wednesday was back day. I went to the gym. I'm very excited. Usually when I go to the gym, I pack everything that I need to take with me, so I'm able to shower at the gym and then immediately after go to work. So I go to the gym. I do what I'm supposed to. I'm ready. I pack all my shit. In preparation to go to the gym, I drive to the gym. And then when I get there, I realize I don't have a shirt. So I can't go back home. So I look in the trunk of my car, see if I got any remnants of the shirt. And the only thing that I have is this White Sox jersey. I personally hate the White Sox. Where did this hate stem from? I don't know if I talked about it in the previous Manny Monday, but if I did, sorry, you're about to hear the story again. I took my family to a White Sox game on August 14th, 2024. Whatever time you're reading this or seeing this video, remember it's August 14th, 2024. It's a historical game because it let me know that the White Sox are dog shit. There's not anything that they can do in the future that's going to change my mind, because I took my whole family out there, concessions, good seats or whatever. It was the fifth inning. It was 4-2, and my family wanted to go. You know, I'm like, no, I want to go. I want to see the full game, right? I should have known something was wrong because the people in the crowd were wearing Yankee gear, and it's a White Sox game. It just doesn't feel right. You do that shit in St. Louis, they're not gonna let that pass. But I'm like, you know, I want to see. 7th inning, I believe. Don't quote me on it. 6-2. Then it gets 8-2. When it's 8-2, I don't say shit. I just get up and I just start walking. Just start working. And I'm cursing up a storm in my head, maybe vocally, because it's one thing to go to a game, but to see your team or the team that you're rooting for, the home team, lose so badly is very discouraging. And it got to the point that, you know, it was 10-2. I told myself if I see anything, the first garbage can, I'm throwing this shit away. So I ultimately didn't get the chance to see a garbage can, but I did throw it in the back of my trunk for the instance in case I had to change flat tire or do any type of manual labor. But fast forward to that day, after back day, no shirts, I had to wear that White Sox jersey. So I took that White Sox jersey, I went back into the gym, I showered, and I put it on. I felt disgusted, and I had to immediately run home to take that jersey off. At first, I didn't intend to go home, but it's like, okay, I showered and everything. Let me just go home to change and not have to wear it. I ended up wearing a hoodie just to get out of it. So that's my short story about that shirt. I didn't have a shirt that day, and I was forced to wear the White Sox shirt. Second order of business is take back Halloween. So Halloween's in the past is very reflective of who I am. I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not. I don't really care about, I mean, I do care that you're watching and stuff like that, but I really don't really care about individuals. I'm so much so in tune with me and what I got going on, but I do want to hold myself accountable and then making myself social, but then also the balance of relinquishing control, understanding that I can't please everybody, right? But then also being in my own zone, right? So part of me, and I planted seeds even fucking last year that's like, hey, when Halloween comes, ain't no fucking party, because I always do parties, and it's the performance side, because I'm doing things and I put diligence and I put all this care and time into making an event special for people. And it's not to knock at the guests that I had in the past, but people are just like very unfucking grateful, right? Or they were RSVP and didn't show up and all these other things. And I'm like, instead of putting myself in anxiety around catering and all this other shit, let me just do something for me. So this year I decided, fuck a Halloween party. I'm actually going to experience the month that is dedicated to me, because I love horror. I do horror things year round. Let me take advantage. Let me go to the Haunted Mansion, or let me go to a ghost tour or a pumpkin patch. These are things that I never got to experience, and I am going to experience this year, because I'm not spending $300 or $400 on a party, you know, and I'm not getting anything out of it. It's for my guests. And yeah, I had a good time in the past, but it's like, you know what? Let me do something different. Let me do something that's going to make me happy. That's going to stress me out, but make me feel better. Granted, I got everything else that I got to deal with in the background regarding Spanish. Do check out my Spanish video. That would also be linked in the description. The Spanish cooking video, you should definitely check it out. English version coming soon. But yeah, I just wanted to focus on myself and do that for me for the month of October. So that's essentially taking back my Halloween. And it does start on this Sunday when I actually go to that haunted house. Next thing I want to talk about, if I can remember, I don't have like the physical list in front of me, so give me a second. Yeah, you gotta tell them no. You gotta tell them no. Saying no to people can be hard in life. I had to learn the power of no when I was a freshman in college, right? So there's a such thing called an environment fair. If you went to college, you're probably familiar with it. Hell, if you even went to the high school, you know what an involvement fair is. When people are on campus and they show you all these different opportunities, these clubs and things that you can join, and they give you pamphlets and like, hey, you can do this and you have to do that. But you have to remember in that scheme of things, like, hey, these are suggestions. You don't necessarily have to give into it. You have the autonomy of saying no. And it was through that I learned the first power of saying no, not joining all these orgs. At first I joined all of them, but my time is limited to the aspect of, okay, I can only be one place at one time, only one Manny, right? So I got to be able to say no, do a cost benefit of analysis that's saying like, hey, if I do this, I can't do that, right? And it all came down to me recently having to make a tough decision. And in making that tough decision, I had to really say no, but it also put things in perspective of what was really important to me, right? And in my saying no, what was really important to me was the acquisition of knowledge. And the trajectory that I am on currently, nothing, and I mean nothing, is more important than me continuing with my studies and in my education. Whether I'm doing it through literature, right? Whether I'm doing the form of traditional self-investment through Spanish, which gave me made me able to produce that Spanish video. Please do check that out. Just being able to take these drug courses and learn more about the process of addiction. Yes, you have the addiction in the traditional sense of like marijuana, caffeine can also be considered a drug, heroin, fentanyl, and all these other ones, but like also things that are a little bit not really considered or overlooked, like inhalants or porn addiction, things of that nature, right? And knowing that I'm on this path, if I can just continue on this path, I'll get that payoff. It makes me more confident in saying yes to this, but then also what I had to say no to. But yeah, but what I'm trying to say or get out of this is that there are times where you have to say no, but it's not no for a reason. Be confident in your choices, and be affirmed by that, right? And I'm affirmed with what I'm doing now, despite me having to say no, right? Yeah, I feel good about that. That concludes my Manny Monday. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next time. Jaritos on me.